us hairy game lords have been playing
Who are you?
Underleague. What did we think? Find out. Bearded Lady here, and I have to say, ooh, and in fact, I did say throughout the course of this game, I love this game. So, Bearded Lady loves artwork, and the artwork in this game is amazing. Looks so good. And all of those cards, just amazing, amazing artwork. Yeah, so it's a little bit kind of dark and creepy, but I don't mind that because the artwork is so good. And sometimes in a game where there are so many cards, there's different artists that have put stuff in, and you can tell. Whereas in this game, it's just constant throughout, which is really, really nice. Even when there are a few cards that may be the same picture, and there are only a few of those, often the text is different. So again, just really nice. So those cards have, obviously, on the top of the cards is day and night and how many battle dice you will use in a fight. Then there's the victory points on there, and then there's usually some script of like some special ability, unless the victory card or the victory points is really high, and then there is nothing. It's all right though because it's so high. I'll let somebody else explain the kind of like the rules of the game, but what a brilliant game. And that isn't just because I won the game, but what was really cool is that even in winning the game, it was still really close. What was it? It was like 20, 18, 17, 17. It's so close. And it literally came down to the last round for quite a few of us where some kicking ass took place. What a good game. Loved it. We'll play it again and again and again.
Mention the artwork.
I think I've mentioned the artwork. It was amazing.
So a close second. 18 points. Given that I thought it was like a deck builder and I was adding attack points onto my base cards for the first round.
Coming out already.
Excuses.
People who got 17
Playing it for like 2 hours.
now.
You should have known.
But once we settled in and realised how it worked, it was awesome. I loved having to pick from 3 cards which of the cards I was going to keep for my stable, and then you'd pick another 3 and draw 1 out of that. So effectively, out of 9 cards, you picked 3 to battle with, and sometimes you're picking for the victory point on the bottom of the card, and other times you're strategically picking the script at the bottom that allowed you a special ability. If, for example, you spent 3 points on a strategy card, you could draw an extra victory card. So that part of having to decide, do you want the instant victory or do you want to play in the victory point card? As Ange mentioned, the artwork was just beautiful. And I've really look forward to playing this again. Yeah, it was so cool. And being able to use betting chips to say whether you thought one of your cards would win in a battle or it would lose, and then you'd choose other players for their card to win or lose. So there's a little bit of strategy in playing a lose token to make sure that you got the additional strategy cards back at the end of the round, ready for the next round. Play it again. When are we playing it again?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Dave the Grey. What can I say? I was robbed.
Oh, God.
Robbed. Fantastic game. But for the first half, I was pretty much the runaway leader. Then they all decided to pick on me, and I was having to fight my way back from tail end Charlie.
All we hear is wow, wow, wow.
Another round I'd have gotten. That's all they're better about. But fantastic game. I'll be honest, the first round, while we were sort of settling into it, I wasn't sure that I was going to enjoy it, but once you start getting cards in front of you, the strategy gets deeper. You're having to pick between strong cards, cards that give you victory points, and the balance of the whole game is actually really, really well done. So there's some cards that, are really powerful and they're going to win battles for you, but they tend to have very few victory points attached to them. The cards that are really weak tend to have loads of victory points. So you're constantly trying to balance winning battles, which gives you victory points, and not winning battles but getting victory cards actually intrinsically from the cards themselves. So fantastic game, definitely play again, and this time I will beat them and I won't let them gang up on me and bully me like the big bullying bullies they are. Excellent game, 2 thumbs up from me.
So Hipster King, Underleague, like the guys have said, absolutely loved that. A bit like Dave said, sometimes sometimes when you get a game, that first round you're not quite sure how it's going to go, but very, very quickly we really got into this and absolutely loved it. So many different mechanics going on. You've got the betting mechanic, you've got the kind of that kind of battle card game. Dave and I have played a lot of 2-player battle card games, and I like them. I really enjoy them. But then this has got so much more. The fact that you've got all the players playing against each other, so it's not just a one-on-one game, is brilliant. And the sort of interplay with the way that the strategy cards and you're adding your bits in, so it's not just as simple as the value on your card is what you're fighting against. The values on your card are only how many dice you get to roll. So there's a huge element of luck in the kind of that part of it, but that is only a small part of the game. There's so many other areas. There's a lot of strategy in this. Do you just go after adding victory points of additions to your cards? Do you go after the cards with the big victory points on, or do you go after the cards that are going to win battles? Lots of decisions. And at the end of the game, there was 3 points in it. 2 hours of gaming, coming away 3 points, and at any point I think we were all probably half a round away from winning, and that's the kind of game that you love to play again and again and again. Underleague, massive 2 thumbs up from all of the hairy game lords this evening. Love that.
Component as well. Components are good.
Oh, yeah.
Nice plastic chips.
You know, this is a game that has been really, really well designed. It packs a lot of punch in a nice small box. Great game.
And thanks, Phil. Put it away. No one wants to see it.
We can't anyway. Have you got a microscope?
Hi.
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 Hi, yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Dickheads.
It's getting soaked out there in the rain.